Yay, back!
We're back with John.
More vodka!
He's just gonna mix us up.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you?
We're doing a martini here. This is the classic martini. We're making it with Slava because we made this vodka to work with martini. So, like, the classic vodka martini, shaken not stirred, of course, is really just vodka, and that's about it. Like, you don't want to do much more to it. And the nice thing with Slava is you don't have to do anything to it. A little hint of vermouth, and if I was a little bit more sophisticated, I'd put actually a little zest of lemon in here. Like, take a peel of, like, a little tiny piece of lemon peel, stick it in the shaker. So what happens is it kind of rubs off on the vodka, makes it a bit more citrusy.
That's oils when you want to feel it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to do a martini here. Unfortunately, I only have 5 martini glasses, so only 5 you're going to get this way. And
We got some red cups for other people if they.
I wish mine vermouth that. Hang on.
Where's the vermouth at?
You know what? No
It's right
need.
here.
No need for
You
vermouth.
might be in
We're gonna do this absolutely pure. What we're gonna do is we're gonna give you vodka shaken over ice. And this
So
is
what they would call this is a very, very, very dry martini.
extremely dry, like absolutely. Normally, what I would do is take a little bit of vermouth and spritz it into the glass, so you get the hint of vermouth, but you don't get a ton of it, so it doesn't sweeten it up too much. So I only have 5 of these guys, so pick and choose.
Who started the tradition of putting an olive in the...
Yeah.
That was actually, like when you think about it, a martini.
Chuck, you gotta have one.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, martinis have become this huge category of cocktails. But martini originally, like way back in the old days, was just gin and vermouth.
Okay.
So 2 parts gin, 1 part vermouth. And martini is actually a brand of vermouth.
Oh.
You'll see it in the liquor store.
Oh, yeah.
So it's become kind of like it's like Kleenex now. It's become the term for any cocktail made with vodka. So basically, what you're trying is just shaken over ice. That's it. Very dry. So there's nothing in it. But you'll notice it gets a bit smoother, and it has that sweetness to it. So that's the whole point. The next thing I'm doing is Caesars, and the reason I'm doing Caesars is that Zerkova, the other vodka that we have, both of them are at the LCBO. This vodka is
Did you
amazing.
need this mini bottle of Tabasco?
Oh no! You know what we were doing? We paired up with Tabasco because a lot of people are hot sauce snobs. They buy other kinds of hot sauce, but I became a big fan of Tabasco again because it really is quite brilliant. When you're making a Caesar, it's pretty much the only thing you should use when you're spicing up a Caesar. So
Tabasco is like perfect for certain things.
Did you know
Like
there's
eggs.
a place
Like
in the
what?
world called Tabasco?
yeah, it's
really?
in southern Mexico. And actually, but Tabasco sauce is made in Louisiana on Avery Island.
You know, it's a very good Tabasco. It's hard to find, but Tabasco chipotle.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, and you can't find it. I had it at like Jack Astor's and like poured it on my fries.
St. Lawrence Market downstairs. There's like a hot sauce shop, and they have a big bottle of Tabasco chipotle, reasonably priced. You gotta go. You gotta go.
It is
You
incredible.
want to whip up a nice dip for your guests
Yeah.
and keep it simple. Just a little mayo, a little lime, and some of that
That's
chipotle Tabasco. And whip it up, right, so it turns a little bit pink. Put your shrimp in there, your veggies.
A little crushed garlic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that chipotle. I know exactly what you're talking about. I tried that. I flipped. I loved it, and I couldn't find it. I could not buy the damn thing. So we have some friends at Tabasco, so I'm gonna ask them to get me some of that, and we'll send over a case to the show.
Ooh.
Hang on. Okay, who wants to try the Caesar?
Can I try the
Caesars
Caesars?
on there.
Absolutely.
I trust your
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, John, in college we called Caesars panty removers.
Yeah,
You know
they
that.
work that
Well,
well.
guys, we all know that.
You know, Caesar's also good for is the morning after. It's got a bit of the hair of the dog,
Oh, really?
and it's got tomato juice in it. So,
So
Ba-
should I add some Tabasco to this, or is it?
but this I use this Mott's The Works, which basically has a whole bunch of stuff in it, including horseradish. So it's kind of like
Oh, yeah.
if you're trying to make it at home, you would do it this
Now,
way. So
I believe Caesars are properly made with Clamato, and Bloody Marys are made with
Chuck, you
tomato
gotta
juice.
try one.
Try one.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that right?
Hang on. Yeah, you're right. Actually, a Bloody Caesar and a Bloody Mary are almost the same drink. you make them exactly the same way, except if you're making a Bloody Mary, you use tomato juice. But
Those with the shellfish allergies can't do that.
Yeah, I hear those Caesars are really good. You're going to make a few there, John. People are asking.
yeah,
Which vodka did you use to make this Caesar?
the reason I made this with Zerkova,
Okay,
which
yeah.
is, and the
So
reason
good.
for it is that Zerkova's got a bit more nip. I mean, like everybody was talking about how smooth Slava was, and that's great. And it's great if you're sipping it, and that's why we have the triangular bottle, so you can pull it right out of the freezer, put it in your freezer, and then just sip it, like with nothing in it. But with Zerkova, what it does is it makes a better mixed drink. And it's not because I'm trying to save money here, or like, yeah, it's $5 cheaper than Slava, but it actually makes a better mixed drink. Who doesn't have a Caesar?
We didn't have one Caesar coming.
So did you have a Caesar?
Laura, did you get a Caesar?
You might have to make even more. Pour some more.
We're keeping on going here. We got more Caesars coming.
Yeah.
And there's more where that came from.
This is absolutely delicious. I love it.
Yes.
The thing about Caesars is there's a lot of vodkas you just can't use as Caesar because you get that boozy smell coming off of it, and it's almost something like the tomato juice just makes it worse if you have that boozy smell.
Is it the ones that kind of have the more medicinal smell?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, pardon the pun. If you're putting a vodka, I honestly think that this vodka, Zerkova, is the best vodka on the planet for making Caesars. There's probably a chemical reason for it. I can't tell you why. I honestly don't know. But you don't really smell any of that booze, but you can tell it's there. Like if I made this Caesar with Slava, you would accuse me of making it with no booze.
It's nice and subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some new women just came in. We need more Caesars for these women. They get them.
You call them what?
They have I'm going to have one.
Yeah, so like, you get that.
Is it one more here?
Oh, we got lost one. We got lost one.
Okay. Don't worry, I'm keeping my eye out for you to work
Tell man.
Yeah, we don't have to break for traffic or commercial or anything.
Hey, Chuck, did you know there's a band in Toronto called Tabasco Cats?
No, I didn't.
Dude,
Oh, somebody's missing one of those. Okay.
there you go.
We need one.
Who needs another one of the
No,
girls?
I totally
need another?
agree. Like, we actually, what we were doing, we called up Tabasco and said, look, we think we have the perfect Caesar vodka. We want to partner with you guys. So they gave us these tiny little bottles, like these little guys here, which people love. So we were actually zip tying these to the neck of a Zerkova bottle, and we're going to try and do more of that because I honestly believe, like, I used to be a bit of a hot sauce snob, and because Tabasco was the first, and I was like, there's much better. No. There's only one thing you make a Caesar with, that's Tabasco, and that Chipotle stuff. I agree with you, is brilliant. I just wish
I
you could
love
find
it.
it.
Yeah, go to the St. Lawrence Market downstairs, man.
Yeah, they got it.
Seriously, you gotta go.
If you want some real fire, get the Dave's Insanity.
And then
Oh, yeah, that's incredible.
Go to the back,
Doesn't it say?
It
the
has a
first
waiver.
floor, Busker's Cove, a fucking awesome swordfish sandwich.
Or you can get orzo with basil tomato sauce with shrimp, scallops, mussels, and squid. And it's so good, man.
making me hungry.
Good salmon, good fish and chips, good everything seafood.
Boston bluefish.
Maybe you could tell people why James Bond wants his shaken, not stirred. What's the difference in taste? Why would that do?
Shaken, not stirred, of course.
Hey, very good.
Shaken, actually, that's a good point. Like, when you're making a martini, a lot of people think they get intimidated. Like, they think only a bartender can make a good martini. There's really nothing to it. When you're shaking a martini, the important thing is you put ice in it. That's the whole idea, is almost to dilute and cool down whatever it is you're making.
Okay.
But don't shake it too hard. So a lot of people like to go chicka, chicka, chicka.
Idiots.
No.
And what happens then is you get a whole bunch of ice shards in the drink, which dilutes it even more. So whatever you put in it is going to be more watery, and it's going to look cloudy when it comes out. So shaken is kind of more like, turning it around like this. Stirred is going to be a lot more intense. It's going to be a lot boozier. You can make stirred drinks, and they don't taste that different. But there's something that goes along with that, being in a cocktail shaker and moved around. I honestly can't explain to you why, but there's something about a shaken martini that's different from a stirred one. It's almost as if the ingredients get bound together better, or something like that. There's a reason for a cocktail shaker, and when you try a martini that's shaken, you know why. It's like that's all I can say about it.
Now, John, you've got one more cocktail to make.
Yeah, we're gonna make that.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick music break and then do
Perfect.
that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, and then more
Man,
drinking.
delicious,
More drinking.
delicious.
More vodka.